Good morning, welcome back to a new coffee talk video or matcha talk. I'm not sure yet if I'm officially going to change the kind of name of this series. I think I should just keep to it because I just love the name Coffee Talks. Anyway, I don't know why I'm wearing like a really big cozy warm sweater. I think because I got it new and it's actually really cute. This one is from For Love and Lemons. And these pants I got from like a sample sale, and look how long they are. If you're from here driving to like Palm Springs, you cross by this like really giant mall. And that's kind of like an outlet. So I got these like Bottega Venetas, which normally like $1,000 for like $180. So good find. The last time I've gone shopping is such a long time ago. I have been like buying mostly sweatpants. Maybe I should do like a sweatpants lookbook or something. Would be kind of fun. I'm gonna make an iced matcha latte, and I actually today wanted to kind of experiment with like different milks. Let me see what we got here. So Max bought Milkademia and he said this was like one of his favorite ones. So I'm actually pretty curious how this is going to taste. So we're going to make a matcha latte. Get some matcha. Okay, so we're set up. Obviously, I am going to use Nekohama matcha, which is our matcha brand and is available for pre-order. What that basically means, we are shipping them out, but it just means our website and stuff, and we don't have an official launch yet. I also got a lot of like questions about my matcha bowl, which will be available too when we're going to launch. I'm just obsessed with this glass bowl because you can just really see like the green color. And obviously to make a matcha you need a bamboo whisk. If you don't have this, you can also use like a milk frother. But yeah, basic tools for matcha. Okay, moment of truth here. The Milkademia milk did not really froth. Alrighty, Milkademia iced matcha latte. I'm very curious. Never tried it with Milkademia? Macadamia. Okay. One word, one number. I would say 7.5. Fresh. If I drink a latte, I normally use oat milk with matcha, but this Milkademia one is actually pretty good too. I feel like oat milk sometimes can be very heavy, just like kind of very thick and creamy, like makes you kind of feel full. But I feel Milkademia has this like creamy taste to it, but feels like much lighter. I like it. Okay, so I'm actually not really allowed to drink green stuff or red wine or basically anything on our new couch. And be really careful. I literally do not trust myself with all this white around me. I see I'm like matching today. But I got like a little tray, which actually is really cute. I got it from Firm Living. And they also make these amazing cups and also just like this little tray. So I'm just gonna grab my phone. I posted on my Instagram stories that I was going to film a Q&A. So many of you sent in a lot of questions for me. Okay, let's just start with literally the first question which was sent in, and it was, how are you liking the loft? Do you plan to move somewhere with more walls? Honestly, I am so happy here and in our loft, and it just really feels like our home. And definitely in the beginning of quarantine, like we were really craving some extra walls because it was just one big space and we were all working together and like on calls. So we actually built a wall. I know that a lot of you have asked for like an apartment tour. I'm gonna do a big kitchen renovation in March, end of March. It's been like delayed already for almost a year to COVID and stuff. So I really wanna finish the whole place, and then I will film an apartment tour for you guys and show every little corner, but it's coming. Let's see. Ooh, from Gianna. How was your body image while being in the modeling industry? Let me answer this question like very honestly. I think my body image overall and also for myself has really changed. Now I am not as young anymore, and I am not as much in the modeling industry or just in the modeling industry. I feel like when I was like 18 and just started modeling and I was doing all the fashion shows where, especially for a runway, girls need to be so tiny. I still remember when I was on my skinniest, like barely eating and just like exhausted from like just the shows. I just didn't have time to eat. People would come up to me in the industry like, oh my God, you look amazing, babe. So automatically I feel a perfect body image. What I created in my head was the skinnier you are, the better and the beautiful. And I think that has completely changed right now, where I more have a mindset like a body what feels good and a body you feel strong in is what I want for my own body. For me, the goal with like working out and healthy foods is not to be skinny, but to actually feel healthy and to feel strong. So I think it definitely kind of had like a shift over the last years, but I do think I have a much healthier body image right now than I actually had years ago. Let's see. Okay, I really like this question. Any tips for when you're having a not so great day? We all have sometimes not so great days, and sometimes it doesn't even depend on something. It's just like feeling when you wake up, you're just like, I'm not really motivated. Things I do, I make my morning matcha. That already helps a lot. Kind of like I put all the tools there, it brings me some structure or something, and then once I start that, I'm like, okay, let's do this. Also, a good sweaty workout has always helped me. To be honest, this morning did not really woke up with a lot of energy. I was like not really feeling it, and I pushed myself to do a 30-minute like cardio workout, and I actually like felt so much better afterwards. I also think it's sometimes important just to allow yourself to give a little rest or not to pressure yourself, and just kind of accept that you're having a little bit of a bad day and tomorrow is going to be better. Sometimes verbalizing helps too. I do that sometimes to Max. I'm like, sorry Max, today I have a very bad day, but hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be better. Okay, this question I get so much, and like I'm not even gonna answer it because I honestly don't know. How many calories do you eat in a day? It's not important, guys. I do not count calories, and I don't think a calorie says anything about your food or what you're eating. For some people it really works, like counting and like scheduling everything and measuring. For me, that doesn't really work. For me, it's not really like a healthy way to track on like what you're eating and stuff. Let's see. To come back to the apartment, what was your inspiration for the apartment and what style exactly is it? So the inspiration was really kind of neutral tones and like different textures. So you can already see in this video I'm like white, but this is like knit. Then we have a white couch, it's kind of like fluffy, and I really was inspired by the simplicity of like Japan and the simplicity of in Scandinavia. Also in Holland they also do that a bit, so kind of a combination between like wood, very clean, simple. I just feel more clear-minded when my home is also very like kind of clean setup. A lot of people ask this question: have you ever lost your periods? Yes, I did, and actually for quite a long time. Because I used to do a lot of sports when I was younger, my period was already kind of like very late at like 16, a bit like all over the place, never regular. And then when I started modeling and traveling a lot of stress, probably not eating enough, I did lose my period for quite some time, like 8 months. And I started doing like hormone tests, and they were actually saying that this happens a lot, and they were just basically saying your body fat percentage should be up a little more, and then you have more like estrogen. I mean, I'm not a doctor or scientist at all. Your period will come back. So I actually started kind of with the trainer, and we adjusted my diet with like way more like carbs in there. I also started doing more weight training, and that also like stimulates female hormone. And yeah, within a couple months it was actually back, which made me super happy, because I don't know, it's just like you just want it to work, and you just want your body to feel like it's actually working and like in the right way. And for me it was just more a sign like, hey, there's something like not right, so I tried to do something about it. Obviously this is not a solution for everyone, so if you don't have your period and you kind of like struggle with it and you're not sure, go to a doctor and check up, because it can have also different reasons. It's not always like weight related. And actually my trainer said it was not really, he probably didn't think it was food. He said, I think it has to do with stress. It can impact you in so many different ways, in like hair, or like, you know, I sometimes get rashes from stress, or I used to, or like period loss. So it's very like personal. I actually am thinking maybe I should like make a whole separate video on this, on like birth controls, period loss, and whatever. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you planning on coming out with a cookbook? I would love to, and this is actually a goal I had for maybe next year. But I told you guys before too that Sammy and I are creating this wellness platform with like workout challenges and like fitness challenges. And we also want to add up like meal preps, healthy recipes and stuff. So maybe we can like put a cookbook on there too, or like an ebook or something. That would be like really nice, but that would definitely be my dream. How often do you work out, and for how long? This really depends, but I try to work out like 5 times a week, take at least like 2 rest days, and it really depends from 30 minutes sometimes to an hour. I barely go over an hour. And yeah, I just try to see like what fits into my schedule, and sometimes when I'm really not feeling it, I just only do like 25 or 30 minutes and just like keep my body moving. But yeah, what is your relationship with food? And if this is a personal question, you do not have to answer it. Well, that's very sweet. I think my relationship with food is very healthy right now. I really enjoy it. I like to be creative with it, but I do like to eat like clean, but I'm not like obsessive about it. Like when it's not there, or when I'm on a party, or there's like not healthy food, I really do not restrict myself. Again, I think definitely in the past I have been very strict, even though I didn't notice it because I didn't find it hard, because I don't know, I think I like to push myself in some way. So I think it definitely now it's like pretty healthy. Okay, I really like this question. Looking at your earliest videos, do you think you are the same person? Have you grown up, and what has changed? Ooh. Okay, so one of my first videos was 3 years ago, when I just started doing YouTube. In some way I'm like really the same person. I'm like still, I feel very like down to earth, and like I feel just like an average human being, I would say. I don't know if that's a weird way to put it, but I do think I grow up like a lot, and I've learned so much, especially, you know, about with work, also about like, you know, starting businesses and kind of like involving it, and also on a personal way. Before I started YouTube, I was like doing a lot of things the same, like modeling, and the weekends I would go party and like hang out and like not really doing anything. And I do feel, actually this really changed when I like met Max and Jason too, because in a way they kind of not push me, but like we all work together on like growth and like helping other people. So I do think there I grew up a lot, I would say. I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me. You guys have watched the earlier videos. Oh. How long did you wait until the first kiss with Max? Okay, this is like actually really funny. I don't know who's gonna hate me if I'm gonna tell you guys. On our like first official date, we went to eat dumplings, and then we went to this like cafe to have like a drink, and another bar, and we went to Fat Cat, like a place where you play games, and another bar. And I was definitely a little tipsy, and I just like really liked him. And like when I like a guy, I kiss the guy. I don't know, I don't really have rules of like never kiss on the first date or never go home with someone on the first date. Like, I remember we were walking in West Village and we were in front of my house, and it was kind of like the goodbye moment, you know, this like awkward moment. And I was just like, fuck it. I just like kissed him, and it caught him off guard so much. I think even our like teeth hit. It was just kind of like very awkward kiss. And I turned around and I run into my apartment, and Max was on the street like, okay, what just happened? I was just like, I kissed him and then I got nervous and I just like ran in my apartment. So yeah. Ooh, I like this too. How do you get confident in your own body, being skinny? I'm feeling a lot of pressure to gain weight. I actually can really relate to this question because when I was younger, I was like kind of sticky, and whenever I would walk around in like public places, I would really feel that people were like staring at me. And even my mom said it often on holidays and stuff, that people would like turn around and like talk. And I was actually scared to wear shorts to school because you saw my like long legs, and like people kind of would make fun of it. And honestly, I really think that being confident in your own body has not to do with the way you look. It's more like the way you feel, and there are definitely things you can do to improve that. For example, just to like do your best and like keeping a healthy lifestyle with like eating healthy and like working out. And that's not like how your body's going to look, but more on how your body's going to feel. For me, something what has helped is actually stretching too. And it sounds maybe really silly because I was very tall and like my posture was like this, and it just felt like not really confident. When I started doing more stretching and stuff, I like opened up my shoulders, had a better posture. And I just noticed when you walk in like this into a room, if you pretend you're confident, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel more confident. This is like this weird thing. But I also just really think that you should totally believe in yourself. And you know, we're all unique and we're all beautiful. And I feel we're humans, especially girls, like we think way too much on like what other people think of us, and like we often make assumptions of what other people probably think. And I think that's really like unfair, and you're just gonna make your life very hard to do that. Be genuine, be kind, and shoulders up and chest forward. Own it. How do you reduce bloating? I think the best thing to do is to kind of find the root problem of why you're being bloated, instead of remedies on like pills or like, but literally write down whenever you have meals like what you're eating, and then kind of see a pattern, like if something sets off your stomach. I actually found out that it is spicy food what causes for me bloating, a lot of like gassiness. And this took me about like 1.5 years to find out that it was spicy food, because you guys know I love curries and everything. Sometimes also people who eat like really big salads, they also feel bloated. They're like, that's so weird. And I'm like, it's not really weird. Like if you're eating a big salad, which is raw, it takes more time and it's harder for your stomach to digest. So you're gonna be a bit bloated. Again, this is very personal. This works for me, but I think that will be like kind of helpful tip to figure out. Oh, I like this one too. How do you manage your time so well? Well, first of all, I'm very flattered by this because I sometimes feel I'm not managing my time really well, but I do think I have improved a lot. I think the burnout last year kind of, and the stress which I was experiencing was actually caused by poor time management. So I've really been trying this year to kind of focus on that and to plan things out. And for me, just writing things down, and also I kind of like start to stick to like routine. So every Monday I do my calls, I like catch up with everyone. When messages come in on my phone, I immediately try to like answer. There's actually this one app, I don't know if you can see it. It's called Anydo. So you have your calendar, and then you also have like tasks, and you can just like mark them when they're done. And for some reason that just like really helps me to like do check marks. And I also like that it's in my phone. Sometimes you're on the go or on the way and you don't have your paper book with you, and a phone is something you always have with you. I also, by the way, need a new case, but that's how I really like enjoy that. Time management is actually really important. When I met Max, he would put our date nights in the calendar and I was like, this is so weird. But I actually now like completely understand it, because if you're planning out your free time, like, hey, between those hours I am going to hang out, watch TV, and between those hours I'm going to do my homework, study, or work, it's really going to be easier to manage and to actually do everything. If you're just gonna be like, yeah, today I might work out, today I study a little bit, but you don't plan everything out, you tend to like not really stick to it. So it's kind of like keeping yourself accountable. So yeah, literally plan everything out. Plan when you're working out, plan when you want free time, plan when you want a date night or time you want to cook or whatever. Planning is key. Ooh. Will you share about your experience in Italy last year? Any chef plans for this year? Very good question. So I have actually vlogged my whole trip there, but I just haven't sat down. It's so much footage over a month, and I just like, it's just almost so big of a project that I've been kind of postponing it. But I do really want to start editing this and kind of show you guys what I experienced there. The chef's plans this year, I have a vlog coming up next week in New York, and I will tell you guys a little bit more. I am thinking of doing another like pop-up restaurant, which will be a lot of fun. Oh, someone asked what the benefits are of matcha. I feel I touched base on this already a bit on my previous like matcha video, but because we're drinking it again, I just want to tell you guys. So there are actually 10 times more antioxidants in matcha than in a normal green tea. And this is because with normal green tea, you're drinking an extract, and here you're drinking the actual leaf because you're grounding the powder into it and like drinking it. It also contains like L-theanine, which is an amino acid which really like calms your body and mind. And the L-theanine in combination with caffeine causes that you do get like this boost of caffeine and like wakes you up, but you don't get a crash or jitters. In a period of time when I was drinking like 5 to 6 coffees a day, I would feel kind of like, oh. With matcha, I can actually drink like a lot, and also like later in the afternoon, which is really fine. So that's why I really love it. Well, if you have any questions, then please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to try to answer all of them, and ask me anything. I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's coffee talk video, kind of catching up with me. I did not spill any matcha on the couch today, which is a big bonus. Also, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to put your notifications on, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.